and it's bullshit most of the fucking time. Ron Howard says it a lot, and he's not right. But, especially about 21 Pilots, I was the same the whole time. I was before it and after it. Same guy, not changed at all by the ski hat. But, this thing changed everything. You were like, what is this? It invents something that had already been invented. You know, like Kurt Cobain says, when he made Nevermind, he was trying to make the best Pixies album he could. Right? And there's a reason, so the Pixies documentary, which you should watch all music documentaries. Watch the Pixies one, watch the Clash one, Westway to the World is incredible. Watch the Sex Pistols, both of them. Both of those are amazing. The last one, which is The Filth and the Fury, is one of the greatest documentaries ever made. Shot by the same dude that did the first one. And he shoots all of the band in silhouette. And it's so dope. And then there's one scene where Johnny Lydon is at his house in Venice Beach, and he's like full shot, and he's in silhouette, but the house is lit. God knows how they did it. And he's talking about Sid Vicious, and he starts to cry because he says, "They killed him for the money, Julian. Isn't that the worst thing you've ever heard?" And you watch him cry 30 years after his best friend was killed. And you realize how important that relationship in those four. So you should watch them all. But the Loud, Quiet, Loud documentary is the Pixies one. And the reason it's Loud, Quiet, Loud is because that was the song structure of the Pixies songs. The chorus is loud, the verse is quiet. The chorus is loud, the verse is quiet. So this is loud, this goes quiet. Loud. Quiet. You know what Nirvana's original band name was? You don't. I do. It's because I'm sitting behind the computer. That's why you're not doing this bit, you're doing that bit. They were called Sheep. Imagine that. It's not quite the same, is it? No, it doesn't quite work out as well, really. And this is another one of those fuck you Ron Howard moments. How is this band named Nirvana? Think about that. It's the place you go after you die. The story's written from the minute that they picked their fucking band name. If you put this in a movie, nobody would believe it. They'd all be like, come on, dude, there's no way. I'd rather believe that somehow we managed to fight off alien invaders by downloading Windows 98 onto a huge spaceship that somehow manages to defeat them, and fucking the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air's involved. Like, I believe that more than I believe that this band's name was Nirvana and the lead singer killed himself after he had photos of himself with a gun in his fucking mouth. It doesn't work, Howard. It's too obvious. Dave Grohl. This is a magic trick that he's doing here because this is an incredibly difficult drum pattern to play. I'm a drummer. This is not easy. This thing that bounces between the snare and the bass drums. By the way, fuck you if you don't like Phil Collins. I'm just gonna start there with all of you. Fucking animals. None of you like Phil, do you? I have a Phil Collins tattoo. That's how much I love like Phil Collins. Now here's the thing. There's not many drum fills that are iconic. That one is. I play that. You go, oh, it smells like Teen Spirit. I know that one. So this bouncy thing, it's not easy. You'll notice it's like a little bit draggy. It's not Jeff Porcaro, that's for sure. But. And then right here, I labeled this Sick Phil because this is a sick fill. Smart like that. If I'd put like orangutan up there, it wouldn't have worked as well. I wouldn't have known that there was an orangutan in the song. But I know that this is a sick fill. Hence, that's why it's labeled Sick Phil and not orangutan. it. It's just smashy bashy to Dave Grohl, you know? If you really want to hear Dave play at his best, you should get the Queens of the Stone Age album.
Yeah.
Sick. He just beats the... I mean, honestly, we should all equally resent and hate Dave Grohl for having the coolest life on planet Earth, because I'm really tired of him doing nothing but cool shit all the fucking time. It's incredibly frustrating to have my life suck in direct correlation and relationship to Dave Grohl's. Every time he does something great, shitty things happen to me, and it's really starting to get on my dick. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not fucking cool. There's no reason for it. You know this thing with fucking Zeppelin and Wembley Stadium? You want to be really pissed? I'll tell you how to be really pissed. So, the Foo Fighters sell out Wembley Stadium, right? That's 85,000 people. Two nights at Wembley Stadium. Okay? That's 150 million people if I do the math correctly. So over 2 nights, 150 million people are entertained by the Foo Fighters. On the second night, 2 of the dicks from Led Zeppelin show up, the last remaining guys who aren't dead. They show up. So what do? They decide to do 2 Zeppelin songs. The first Zeppelin song, Dave Grohl sings, and Taylor Hawkins drums. And then these pricks switch places. And then Taylor Hawkins gets to sing and his buddy gets to play fucking drums. That sucks, because that's probably right about the time that my fucking girlfriend broke up with me. And that's specifically because Dave Grohl had such a fucking amazing weekend in England. Do you know what Probot is? I'll tell you what Probot is. Probot's a record where Dave Grohl sold so many fucking records that he went to the record label and was like, hey, you know what I'd like to do? I'd like to take every single one of my musical heroes from when I was a metal guy, and I want to put out a record where each of them plays on a band that I put together individually, Steely Dan style, that's going to make a metal album that nobody's going to give a fuck about. And the record label went, yeah, sure, how much is that? What do you need, like 4 million for that? Nah, it's easy, man. Just keep those Foo Fighters songs coming, man. Everlong. Nice. It's like 28 more of those, and he did. 28 more fucking Everlongs, man. We're on like Everlong 98 at this point. I've had enough of Dave Grohl and Taylor Hawkins. That's why we're not going to concentrate on his drums. So we got it, smashy bashy drums. It's all good.